Right, good morning, everybody. I hope we're all good. It's Saturday, the 7th of January, 2023, and I'm here to bring a video forecast, just a quick one, looking at the weekend. So I've been out already this morning with my camera, and you'll see this is Folkestone Harbour at the moment, and there were clear skies overnight, but the cloud is starting to march in as we bring in yet another Atlantic weather system. It is mild out there at the moment. Temperatures around the county are around about 10, 11 degrees, and that can be seen on the scores on the doors at the moment. In fact, Lydd Airport here in Kent is top of the tree with 12 degrees. And yeah, the mild air is well in place across most of the country this morning. Most stations across the UK are above 10 degrees. Let's now just move this on, looking at the winds at the moment, because there is a big Atlantic weather system pushing in, and that is bringing in some gusts. And the top one at the moment is 55 miles an hour at Mountbatten. 54 is being experienced up at Filing Dales in Yorkshire. And there are many stations across many southern and western parts of the county that are now receiving gusts of 40 miles an hour, and they're going to increase throughout the course of today. What I'm now going to do is I'm just going to show you the troublemaker responsible for all this wind, and I'll come on to the rain in a minute. But you can see a really deep area of low pressure, 955 millibars. It's really quite low even for January, sitting just to the west of Ireland. And if we run the sequence through from now to 9 o'clock tonight, it's not moved very far. It's really influencing the weather and keeping everyone in the UK in this extremely showery and unsettled regime. I'll run it through to 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, and there you go. It's just sitting to the northwest of Scotland, and even by tomorrow evening, it's filled slightly, but it's to the north of Scotland by this stage, and it is still bringing in a lot of wind, a lot of showers, and a lot of unsettled weather conditions. So this is the radar sequence at the moment. It's no prizes for guessing that there will be a lot of rain on this weather system, and it is marching eastwards at the moment. You'll see that most of the country, certainly the western half, are experiencing rain, and this will be moving forward towards us throughout the course of the day. But it does look as though it will be fragmenting somewhat. So yeah, it does look quite ominous, this radar picture. It will cross us, but it'll be more in the form of showers. So I'm now going to just run through on the GFS the way that this is likely to be playing out. So this is 6 o'clock in the morning, and that's showing the rain across the western and central parts of the UK. Marching eastwards, this is the situation at 9 o'clock this morning. So here in Kent, we're still dry and a little bit bright still on the eastern parts of the county, but it won't be long before that rain in the form of showers will be pushing across. This is midday. We would have already had some showers. And then throughout the course of the afternoon, it's a mixture of cloudy spells, a few scattered showers in the wind, and yeah, just really mild. By this evening, an extended band of showery rain will be pushing across the county. Then I think that will clear out the way by around about 9 o'clock. And certainly tonight and the first part of tomorrow, we will be dry. However, there will be showers in the English Channel. They'll be running onto the coasts, and they'll be quite heavy. So this is the situation at midnight. Many parts of the county by then will be dry, but those showers will be peppering the south coast. And then we run the sequence through to tomorrow, and here on the GFS it shows that those showers, certainly at first, they do hang about in the channel, but there will be a period of time tomorrow where those showers will come ashore around the middle part of the day, becoming more extensive and perhaps a little bit heavy. And because this air is of quite cool origin, all the way from Canada, the upper air is still quite cool, so there's just a chance that in some of these heavier showers tomorrow, there could be a little bit of hail around. So yeah, just something to be aware of. Tomorrow afternoon, those showers do start to push eastwards, and I think by tomorrow evening, they would have cleared the coast. And then really, as we move into the end of tomorrow, it's going to be relatively dry. The next forecast will cover where we go from there. Now going to look at the precipitation amounts. So this is in millimetres, and this is a projection from now until the end of Sunday. the amount of rainfall that is likely to be falling. So you'll notice that over the eastern parts of the county or eastern parts of the country, the numbers are relatively smaller, maybe threes or fours here in Kent, nothing too significant. Threes, fours, fives, perhaps a little bit more along the south coast where we're getting the showers. But the real rain events this weekend will be across the western parts of the UK that are being influenced by this really deep area of low pressure, bringing in lots of rain showers, being driven in on these strong westerly winds. So before we all draw it to a close, I'll just give you a quick look at the temperatures. So this is the situation this morning. As we've already seen, we're sitting around about 9s, 10s degrees. Today we're going to peak at around about 12 degrees, 54, so still 3 degrees above average. And then overnight, because of all that wind and breeze, we're still going to hold temperatures up quite well overnight, perhaps falling down to around about 6 or 7 degrees in some northern parts of the county, where you've got the clearer skies for longest, but close to the south coast, where those showers are still being in operation, you're not going to fall much below 8 or 9. And then the temperatures tomorrow are a tad cooler, perhaps around 9 or 10 degrees compared to today's 12. And yeah, just a bit of a cooler feel generally in that westerly breeze. 9s and 10s would cover it quite nicely. And before I just close it out, we just show the winds throughout the course of the weekend. So this is at the moment quite a strong southerly breeze, gusts around the 30s. These will increase throughout the course of the morning. So this is by midday. Most parts of the county will be seeing south-southwesterly gusts in the low to mid 40s. This afternoon, these winds do start to peak closer to the south coasts. You'll see that the ambery colours are above 50 miles an hour, but even most of the county away from the far northwest will be in the 40 to 45 mile an hour range. Overnight, those breezes do moderate somewhat. They keep going close to the south coast where you've got those showers. And then tomorrow, a somewhat less windy day with gusts in the range of 35 to 40 miles an hour. Those strongest gusts always out in the English Channel. So that's it in summary. An unsettled weekend, showery rain at times, a few bright spells, heavy showers close to the south coast at times, migrating inland tomorrow. So I hope you've all found it useful. I'll be back tomorrow evening with my weekend forecast. But in the meantime, all look after yourselves. Have a lovely weekend. And of course, ciao for now.